Hello people! How are we going today? It is Training Thursday and I am coming to you live from New York. Very exciting. It is quite late here and I just wanted to make sure I showed up for you guys and shared some of the insights that I've got from my time here in NYC. And I wanted to share with you guys some of the things that I have learned over my time in business and about getting support for your business and what that can look like at different levels or different stages of your business, and how finding the right support can, 10x your business. Hey Kirsten, nice to see you. I'm coming to you live from New York. So if you've got any questions about business support, business mentoring, any of that kind of stuff, ask away. So the thing is, I didn't know what I didn't know when it first came to getting support for my business. And one of the first programs I was in Australia, we've got the NICE program, but there's also other programs. And I was in one called the Women in Business program. It was a government subsidized business and entrepreneurship program, especially for women starting out in business. And it was one of the first ones that I went to, and it was really great because it was kind of in my price range, which wasn't very much at the time. And it got me starting to think about what business can look like. And even though some of the mentors in there were from different fields and they didn't quite get what it was like to be a practitioner, it started me thinking about business and how we do business and how we have value exchange and how money works in our businesses and things like that, things that I just didn't get support with when we were learning to be clinicians and practitioners. So that was the first one. After that, I started getting business support online. And what online business support looks like, or coaching or mentoring, looks like programs, sometimes e-courses. You can even do it through free listening to podcasts and other things, but having a program allows you to create accountability and follow through and, showing up. And I've talked about it before, but that wolf pack mentality. And at the moment, I'm at a mastermind. Now, a mastermind is a similar kind of scenario in that there's a small group of people all sitting, at one big table, and it actually comes from the book by Napoleon Hill, Think and Grow Rich. And he talks about many minds being better than one mind, and each individual not being quite as extraordinary as the whole. And so when many minds join together, it creates a mastermind. And that vibe and that wavelength and the creativity and other things that come out of that can't be created when you're just sitting there by yourself, not knowing what you don't even know. So I'm currently here doing a mastermind with my mentor, and while I was thinking about it, I was thinking about all of the processes that have led me to liking this kind of model. I love masterminds. I love being in small groups rather than really large groups. And I've been in large groups before as well. I've done lots of courses, like in-person ones and e-courses. But being in a mastermind really floats my boat because there seems to be, you can have the interaction with one-on-one as well as having a connection to a wolf pack. And again, I've talked about the wolfpack mentality before, but what I realized being in this small group is that the wolfpack isn't a thing for everybody. Like there's a lot of entrepreneurs that have gone to make on 6 and 7 figures that have done it all by themselves, and they've been in these dark moments or they've been in these challenging times, and they haven't had the kind of support that we have here in the hub. Or the kind of support that we have in the club as well. Hey Nick, nice to see you. So after I did the Women in Business program, which is government subsidized in Australia, you might want to see your business enterprise centers. Your local council will generally have a business enterprise center. It's a really good starting place if you don't have a lot of money, but you want to be surrounded by people who are having the same conversation around business, because it's really different. When we talk to our clients about, well, you've got to, you can't just have your partner eating McDonald's and Coca-Cola all the time, and you trying to change because it's like a self-sabotage kind of thing. It's just too easy for us to fall back into a different mindset when we're surrounded by people who are, sabotaging us and telling us we want to eat donuts and all that kind of stuff. Same thing happens in your business. Surrounding yourself with people who are thinking about marketing, thinking about the way that you can, help other people, and thinking about the way that you can change your money mindset is really one of the best things for you. So check out your local business enterprise center. Then check out courses. And so, we've got my stuff online. We've got podcasts that are available for business and mindset as well. Lewis Howes is a great one. Jonathan Fields, who I'm actually seeing this week. We've got Marie Forleo. We've got who else do we have? It's a whole bunch of them, and accessing that information is really important. But then you still don't get the connection with groups of people. So the next kind of step after that is going and doing somebody's program. And being able to be held accountable to keep going with your business, rather than, what it's like to be at home and you're like, I'll just do this thing tomorrow. I'll just do this other thing tomorrow. So that kind of takes that away. So you can do courses, and then you can go on and do a mastermind, which is what I'm here doing this week with a small group. So rather than being in a course that has huge amounts of people in it, and possibly, huge amounts of people in a Facebook group and things like that, you can do a mastermind. And a mastermind is a small group where everybody kind of puts in all of their ideas, and it becomes like a creative vortex of yumminess and connection that you don't generally get with other things. So you can tell that floats my boat. But it really depends on what your particular way of learning works best. And for most of us, especially who have just come out of college, we're so used to being taught that a course is kind of the next step for most people. And then the next level after that is one-on-one coaching, so or mentorship. And I've had in my second year of business, I got my first business coach, and how to choose your best business coach. So you guys should be teaching your health people how to choose a good naturopath or a good nutritionist, or how to choose somebody who's right for them, because we're not right for everybody, right? And it's the same with business coaches. You have to choose based on a couple of different things. So number one is, my suggestion is choosing somebody who has results that you have seen. Of course, word of mouth is really important. If you know somebody who has, gone and seen and got a certain result with a practitioner, just so happens this is a business coach. So that's what I did the first time I had a business coach. I was like, okay, I know that this group of people has worked with this lady and this is the results that they got. So I'm going to go and talk to her. The second thing, now I learned this the hard way, is finding a business coach or a business mentor that is 2 steps ahead of you, is living the life that you would like to live. It's one thing to go, Gary Vee is a massive example for me. Like, Gary Vee is not living a life that I want to live. Gary Vee is full of amazing wisdom, right? If you guys have seen Gary Vee, he has written amazing books and is a prolific social media entrepreneur. But he is also adrenal fatigue incarnate. Like, he is on all the time. And it is not the type of life that I aspire to. Whereas, my first business coach is actually coming out with a new book called Chillpreneur. And I love that. I love the chill aspect. I love balance. I love, when I picked another business coach, 2 or 3 in, I chose another business coach who didn't have any kids. I've got kids. And it's not a game, like, it's not a deal breaker, but she wasn't living a life that I could relate to. And so having somebody who's living a life that you can relate to and is just is shining the light on possible pitfalls along the way to where you want to be is very different to, oh, I've got to get a business coach because they're a business coach. So yes, this particular business coach is probably one of our biggest lessons, is to find somebody who is living the life that you would like to live, and being able to see how they got there, and if it's the type of style or way of living that you would like, and if it's the type of business model that you would like to create, if it's the type of lifestyle you would like to create, if it is a really good fit. And that's what you'll often hear from coaches and things is it a good fit? And a good fit is like a good pair of jeans. Some people really like straight leg jeans. Some people like really skinny tight jeans. And some people like, comfy boyfriend fit that occasionally, you can wear for a couple of days and it feels really good. So it's what is a good fit for you, and what do you want your life to look and feel like, and is it in alignment with that? So finding a coach that is doing that kind of thing is definitely the second biggest thing there. Third one, so first one's results and word of mouth. Second one is making sure that they're living the life that you want to live. And then the third one is that they have a way of connecting with you that works for you. So, for instance, my second business coach that I ever had in business, she was over in San Francisco. I still follow her. She's an amazing human being. But back in the day when I was employing business coaches and mentors, right at the beginning, the internet wasn't a space that people knew that Australia was up for that kind of thing. So I had to get up at 2 a.m. I did the stuff I needed to do to get my business to where I wanted it to be, but I had to get up at 2 a.m. for my coaching calls. 2 a.m. I got kids. But I was so committed to it. I did it. I got up for these calls at 2 a.m. And I don't know how much I actually soaked in then, but she also recorded the calls. So for me, that worked because it was being able to be recorded. I got to talk to the person that I felt in alignment with, and it worked. But nowadays, you don't have to do any of that stuff. If you want to go away on trips away, it's very likely that your business coach or mentor does retreats or does some type of immersion, and you can go along for one of the ones that fits for you. If you're a person who can go away and you've got slightly older kids, or you want to take an adventure or a holiday. If you work online, if you're in a remote area or a rural area of Australia or New Zealand, you might be able to access them online. And so that might be a better fit for you. Or you might really love in-person networking. And a lot of business coaches do series of small intensives throughout the year, and you sign up for a whole year and you do these intensives and you all join together. So you've got to, the third thing is really finding out a model that fits for you. Is there a regular phone call? Do you need to be held accountable one-on-one every week to keep you going? Or is it being around in a group? Or is it... So you're going to kind of see, and it's, to start off with, I didn't know what worked for me. I didn't realize, now I realize that masterminds work for me. At the moment, masterminds work for me amazingly well. But I didn't realize, so I had to kind of experiment with it. And that's the other thing that I would suggest, is experimenting. So wherever you have the opportunity to have a small taste of whoever that person is, not like chewing them cannibal style, but having a taste of what they do by either consuming their content, watching their videos, connecting with them in person on a small scale, maybe at a seminar or doing one of their online workshops or webinars, then have a go at that and then see what's actually available and whether it actually fits for you. So I guess they're my top tips on finding some business support. If you've got any questions about finding business support or a mentor or a coach, pop them in the box, because I've got, a couple of other seconds left. It is late at night here in New York City, so I am going to go to bed, and I've got another couple of days here at this program. So they're definitely my top tips. And I would highly suggest that finding a mentor, coach, or support group a wolf pack of your own, there is nothing more invaluable in my business that I have ever done. Every single time I have, except for that weird one that I was telling you about, that like one coach that just wasn't in alignment and didn't fit. Every other time when I've had a business coach or mentor, I have 3x'd my business, which means it's 3 times as big by the time I finish working with that person. And that's what you want to be in alignment with. What work do I have to do to get the results that everybody else has got? And experiment with it. See what you can do and how you can try on different things in your business based on being in alignment with these people who are a couple of steps ahead of you and can shine a light on the good gold, shine a light on the path, but also shine a light on the pitfalls and the things that might be in your way. So hopefully this has been beneficial to you guys. And if it has, make sure you share this or tag somebody in this video. And go and explore. Find, just like anything else, find out, semi-stalk people. Go and find out if they're in alignment with you. Go and have a look at what they do, and don't just leap at the next thing because somebody told you needed a business coach or a business mentor. Try and find somebody who's actually doing what you want to do, and by consuming all their, have a little taste. Yes, nope, that's a bit sour. Just like Danielle was just saying there, she's been burnt before by business coaches. And like I said, I have too, but it's because I didn't do my homework. It's because I didn't check in with, is that person's dream similar to my dream, and can I take a similar path? So, like I said, hopefully this has been beneficial to you or somebody else. And if it has, please share it. And I will catch you next week with some amazing insights from New Zealand. I'm doing a little bit of a new tour. Last week was Newcastle, this week is New York, and next week will be New Zealand. All right, have an epic, amazing day, and go and stalk some business support. All right, I'll catch you guys later. Bye.